Now I'm activating all the electronics. Step 21, activate electronics and set PO2 to 0.2 set point. 0.2 is roughly ambient air at sea level, and that's to ensure that the solenoid isn't clicking away, burning the battery up. Number 22, set electronics calibration, O2% and altitude if necessary. So I'm checking the handset, and the O2% is going to be 21 because I'm calibrating to that. My altitude will be 0 feet or 0 meters. I've checked those. Step 23, conduct iScan/petrol computer, air point, or 100% calibration at ambient sea level pressure. Note the millivolt values. The minimum millivolt values for an ISC sensor is 9 millivolts at sea level. The max will be 13 millivolts, and this is in air at sea level. If you were to flush the unit with 100% oxygen for 100% oxygen calibration, you should see a minimum of 43 millivolts. This is assuming your sensor was at 9 millivolts in ambient air. On step 23, after I've calibrated everything, I'll write down the millivolts. And in this case, I have 10.4 millivolts for sensor 1, 9.6 on sensor 2, and 10.2 on sensor 3 on the primary side. The secondary side, or the petrol, I had 10.6, 9.7 on sensor 2, and 10.2 on sensor 3. And I compare both of them, and they're very, very close. So that's good. And everything is above 9.0 millivolts. So that's pretty good. Number 24, re-inspect all hand-tight fittings. Anything you screwed down must be rechecked to make sure they're tight. Number 25, you want to close the vent valve, perform positive pressure test. That means you're going to blow up the loop. It's full of ambient air. Don't use any air from the cylinders. Don't waste it. Just blow it up full of air. When you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and number 26, perform the negative pressure test. This is a 30-second test, and you're going to pull a very strong vacuum on the breathing loop. And you should see probably about a 0.17, 0.18 on your electronics, and if you see them creep up back to air, that means you have a leak in the loop, and you have to fix it. Number 27, we're going to go ahead and open the both oxygen dill gas supplies. So what I'm doing now is number 28, verify O2 set point to 0.7. So I programmed the set point to 0.7, and now I'm doing is a breathing check. I'm cycling the counter lungs, moving the oxygen through the loop, and this is after the vacuum, so there should be no air in the loop or very little. So now I'm pumping the counter lungs, simulating as if I was breathing on them. And I'm listening for the solenoid to open and close, adding oxygen, and maintain that 0.7 set point. After it's turned itself off, it's at 0.7, 0.75. I've done that a few times. I'm happy with it. Sign off on number 29. Number 30 is optional. Conduct a linearity check at a max O2 in cylinders. And basically that's doing a reverse O2 flush running oxygen backwards through the loop. And what I should see on the display should match what I have in the oxygen cylinder. I didn't do that because I already calibrated. Going to step 31, record cylinder pressures. In this case, I have 3,000 PSI on the O2, 3,100 PSI on the dill bottle. And then on step 32 here, close O2 and dill valves and wait 2 minutes, and then record the pressures again. After you know that the pressures are holding, you write them down again. In this case, I had 2950 and 3100. I'm good with that. Go to step 33, verify primary head and handset voltage. Write down the voltage from the head, which is a 9-volt battery. In this case, I have 7.9 volts. And I have 100% on the handset, so it's fully charged. The secondary handset is 9.6 volts, that's in the head, and 1.33 volts in the Shearwater itself with the battery that's inside it. When you're done, secure the displays to backplate assembly. I usually put my handsets on the breathing hoses, set the unit back to 0.2, turn off all the gases, and power everything down unless I'm immediately diving. If you notice anything wrong with the rebreather itself, on step 35 it says note if the performance of any of the above tasks is in question or the performance or operation of the CCR is in question, do not dive the CCR. Consult the operation manual or call Interspace Systems. Write down any remarks on the bottom if you've changed any O-rings, added an O-ring or had to fix something. Go ahead and write it down and then sign off on it. That's my narration of the Pathfinder 2-cylinder assembly with the petrol handset. If you have any questions, refer to the website or call Interspace Systems. Thank you very much. This is Leon Scamhorn signing off.